Hello, beautiful people. It is your favorite blogger, Miss Trish, with the Coffee Chronicles. Yes, I know I have a wine glass in my hand, but it's been a day, it's been a week, and it's wash day. So grab your favorite, whatever cups. It does not have to be a coffee cups. See, it's been a day. Grab your favorite cup, whatever cup it is, and let us start this episode of Coffee Chronicles. Hope everybody is doing well. This Coffee Chronicles episode is something I've kind of done before on my podcast, but I wanted to share it video-wise with you. One of the worst customer service representative experiences I've ever had. There's several, but this one, I was just like, wow, people just never cease to amaze me. At one point in my life, I did work for a chat service, customer service, and people were meaner than they would have ever been on the phone, I personally find, and in person. Because in person, if you get rude with someone customer service-wise, come on now, you know they won't probably hesitate to punch you, beat you, spit at you, because we're in a different day and age now. People are not taking the same amount of trash from these customers, right? So when you're on a chat service, it's keyword gangsters left and right. So let me get into this quick Storytime Coffee Chronicles for you. One thing about customer service too is it's always hard when you have shitty management. Let's be real. If you have shitty managers, shitty bosses who don't support you, the answers to your questions are not accessible, then it totally makes your job harder. Let me just say that before I start the story. So the chat service that I worked for was for a famous, I won't say the name because I'm not giving it any credit because I don't want to. It's hell. I worked for a famous hardware store. Let's just say chat service. And basically, I personally find that some of the procedures were really unconventional in terms of not having easy access to things for customers to do things. Anyways, this chat service was something that operated from Monday to Sunday from 8 a.m. to 9 p.m. And there are different departments in this hardware store that you may know of that I'm not mentioning. I get this chat that comes in and it's like, good day. Thank you for chatting into XYZ hardware store. My name is Trisha, because that is my name. How may I help you today? Now, on chat services, let me just explain this quickly. We don't offer all services. Sometimes the customers would have to call the store. Now, you may be asking, what's the point of a chat service if the customer can't call the store? Well, we're not the store. We don't work in the store. So certain products we can see, certain services we don't have access to. It is best to call the store because that particular store has designers and stuff like that and actual sales associates who can help the customer actually see the weight of things or know the weight of things, the size of things, the height of things. So we don't have all the specifics. We basically have what's on the website. In this case, the customer asked me for a color of paint. Now, another disclaimer. It does say in the chat, before chat in with us, that the chat agents don't have access to this stuff. We don't have access to this information for paint and design and square footage. Call the store. Now, reading only 3% of the world actually does it, right? Call the store for these certain things. Customer checks in for a paint color. I politely say, well, you know what? To get the best results and the best answer, you'll have to call the store for this. Do you need your local store's phone number? I can give you that if you provide me with your postal code. The customer then proceeds to say, well, I want to speak to so-and-so. They're talking about another name. Unfortunately, I don't remember the name. So I'm going to say, I want to speak to Curtin. I'm going to use Curtin. I want to speak to Curtin. Curtin helped me the last time on chat and told me what color it is. And Curtin was at store so-and-so. And that's how they helped me. No, Curtin was not at chat and was not at the store. I know you just want me to go out of my way and help you. And you already know how things work. If you've been working at the place for a long time, if you're a seasoned employee, you know that this is not true. The customer just wants to help right now. And you totally understand that. But you already know you also can't help them. So I'm explaining, no, I'm sorry, I'm not sure who Curtin is. And I'm not sure how Curtin gave you this information. However, for this information, you do have to call the store. As stated above, copy and paste in the chat. This is what it says. For paint, you have to call the store. You didn't speak to Curtin on chat. Stop lying. Customer then says, I did speak to Curtin. I did speak to Curtin. Curtin works at this store. And they proceed to start repeating it. And now the cap locks are coming in. Now, when someone starts writing in cap locks, capital letters, They're yelling. They're starting to scream at you, honey. And it's like, oh, wait a minute. No, you're not screaming at me because I'm not screaming at you. I'm using my good days and my kindlies and my please and my thank yous. And now you are using capital letters to speak to Curtin, who was never on chat in the first place. And mind you, in this chat, let me let you guys know something. We can actually see chat histories. I can tell you for sure that this person never spoke to Curtin before at all about any paint on chat. The capital letters are flying. Give me Curtin. I want to talk to Curtin. I want to know what paint this is. Then they start putting online help. I'm like, oh my God, this person is really not good today. Perhaps they didn't have their coffee, tea, or wine. I don't know, but they're not good today. So I'm there, trying to remain calm, trying to keep my score up because I can't be Miss Trish on this. You'd be like, excuse me, let me just close this chat and stop your foolishness. So I'm trying to explain, listen, if you give me your postal code, I can give you the store where Curtin might be and you can call and ask specifically for this person. I'm not giving you my postal code. Get me Curtin. I know you're in the store. I know you're lying to me. And I'm like, I'm not in the store though. This is the thing. I know where I am. I don't even know who Curtin is. I mean, of course, working for a big company, you'll never know all of the employees, right? And I'm not saying Curtin doesn't exist, but I'm telling you, Curtin didn't exist over chat. So they're going on and on and on. This is going on for a good 2 minutes. And if you know chat services, it's 2 minutes is long for someone to keep going on and on about the same thing and you're trying to explain. And unfortunately, because they weren't using curse words yet, I couldn't close the chat. So at the end of it all, me explaining and copying and pasting the same thing, the customer just waits for a little bit. I'm like, ooh, they're gone. They're going to close the chat. Customer says to me, you know what, Trisha? You really suck at your job. And I was like, wow. The response was, I actually don't get paid to take your abuse, so I'll be closing this chat now. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye. And I closed it. At that point, I did not care about my score and stuff like that. I feel like customer service agents, we really do take a lot sometimes, and we're not paid to take anybody's disrespect. And what's sad is that these companies, they don't care. Like I was talking about poor management before. It's like the management only cares about the money being brought to the company. They care about the customer more than they do the employee. However, the employee is the one that actually makes the customer come back, especially if they offer good customer service. A lot of these companies, they don't understand that you have to treat your employees properly in order to make them come back. Some of them, they have no choice to be there, but at least try to make them happy while they're there, no? Needless to say, on that particular chat, I did not get what we call coached. But at the same time, too, it's just like, I'm not taking this level of disrespect from any customer at all. I don't care how mad they are. I don't care what they didn't receive. I don't care their situation. They have to remember, all customers, y'all better remember this, okay? There is another person on the side of the phone. There is another person on the side of the chat. And sometimes you're in the face of a person who also may be going through things in their life. So for you to have your pissy attitude and come on and communicate with these people is absolutely unacceptable. I'm speaking for all customer service agents here right now because I saw a few videos on my timeline and some agents are going off. We're getting tired. And these companies, they need to do better. Treat your employees better for them to stay because we are in post-pandemic, and it's still very easy to get unemployment insurance, sickness leave, and all that good stuff. You big companies, you guys better watch out. So that is my customer service story. I also want to add to that sometimes from both sides, right? The customer service agent is not always in the mood to work. And I know the defense sometimes, or the word sometimes, is if you don't want to work, don't come to work today. But you have to remember, everybody's going through something in life, one way or another, whether it be good, bad, indifferent, changes, anything. You know what I mean? And it's not saying that it's cool to receive bad service from a customer service agent. That's not what I'm saying. But what I am saying is to do those customers who want to go in there and try to be right all the time and be pressing and insistent for discounts and good service. Sometimes you are annoying and you need to stop. Like literally take a step back and stop. Think about what you're doing to the person that you're talking to. Think about what they have to deal with after. Yes, they must remain professional. Absolutely. But sometimes some of you customers, you guys make it really, really hard. Take your time, be patient, speak nicely, and you'll definitely get some nice service. Most of the time. Can't speak for all customer service agents, but most of the time. That was my Coffee Chronicles story time. Yes, it was. If you like my content, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel at Miss Trish TV. And you can also follow me on Instagram at All Things Miss Trish and visit my website. We have holiday season coming up, so definitely make sure to keep your eye on my website at www.allthingsmisstrish.com. Ooh, and I'm adding my TikTok today, Miss Trish TV. I love you guys. Thank you guys for watching. Share with me some of your worst customer service stories. I've already done this on my podcast, but now we're doing video style. Let me know. Mwah. Love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. See you guys the next time.